Welcome back to the Means Report. Representative Henry Wayne Howard, Democrat from District 124, been serving in the General Assembly for more than a decade now. He goes back to work in January. He's energized despite the physical challenges he has faced, and he's ready to go to work for you. Representative Howard, one of the biggest items on your agenda is blighted properties, properties that people own but don't take care of or care about, and then we have to live next to them.
Right.
What can you do to clean it up? The city of Augusta, it seems, has had this on their agenda for years. What can we do about it?
Well, we want to try to give them some help. And what my thoughts are is that if you live, can you imagine living next door to someone that's got a tree hanging over your house?
No, and no, a constant nuisance.
Yeah, right. And it doesn't fall down yet and you called and reported several times and you can't get anything done because it's on private property. So if this is a hazard to you or your house, we would like to see if we can come up with a way that the property owner can go and can go on to the property and remove it themselves and charge it back to the property owner who is absent and not able to be found or not responding to the notices that you send, so that you as a property owner can clean it up yourself, but upon the sale of the property you can recoup your money back.
I know your phone rings off the hook. As a lawmaker, it has to. Do you have a lot of people complaining about the things you've just described?
You hear it pretty often, and I heard it a lot when I was on the campaign trail.
I bet.
Yeah.
What about this pipeline to prison that's also at the forefront of your heart and mind? We've got to help our young
Brad,
people.
You know, the dropout rate in high schools, the dropout rate even in middle school, kids just stop going to school. We've got to find some remedies to reduce those numbers.
Is it a lack of activities for the kids? Where does it start? Where can we begin to fix it?
There are probably several ways. We've got to find a way to increase the, you know, you don't want to say money is the problem, but kids now need some activities other than just putting them in the classroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. And expecting them to read and produce in the classroom. They need some other, like we did last year, there was a bill, if you remember, if you heard it, recess, putting recess back into the high school.
Yep.
You know, how important is that? That is so important, because if you can't sit, even you and I can't sit at this desk but so long before we are bored. We need a break.
Yeah.
You know, even people that work in your studio, they have to take a smoke break. You know, we're not encouraging kids to go smoke or nothing like that.
No, not at all. But you can. Hey, I pick up my teenagers from high school every afternoon, and they're ready to run through a wall.
Yeah.
And that's with a physical education class. Yeah, you can't coop somebody up for 7 hours a day.
7 hours, right. They need a recess or break just to air out and get back in the classroom and do some more work.
Let me ask you a general question here, because I think you'd be a good person to ask. How's Augusta doing when it comes to unity, racial unity, the ability to take advantage of so many exciting things that are happening in our community? You were part of the team that helped land $60 million for the Cyber Institute downtown.
Right.
So much positive news is happening. Are we together as we should be?
Well, we're doing good. I think we're doing a lot better than maybe it's being reported. Mm-hmm. But overall, I can say we, as a community, are doing fine. The delegation, which I'm a chair and have chaired for the last 6 years, you don't hear that racial outburst from the delegation. Our Republican colleague, Jesse Stone, who's been there almost as long as I have, he walked up to me last week, the other week, and told me, he said, Wayne, we need you to stay here because you're the glue that holds us together. And I thought that was a pretty strong comment coming from a Republican colleague.
Yeah, sure was.
Because I don't see myself as he see me. And for him to tell me that, I thought was pretty amazing.
We probably have 30 seconds left. Where is our new arena going to be built?
Ooh, God. That's a good question.
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
You like South Augusta, don't you?
I do like South Augusta. But is that the best place? I don't know. We got to make a decision soon, though.
Well, we'll keep our eye on the decision makers, and we'll certainly keep our eye on your work in Atlanta. And
yeah,
I just want to thank you for being here and just say that you are constantly in our prayers.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely. Wayne Howard, he has been serving District 124 for more than 10 years now. And he doesn't need me to tell him this, but politics aside, the Howard family is a huge part of Augusta and has been for generations, and we appreciate them.